Let's go. What it do? What it do, party people?
Good morning.
Oh, is Joke of the Day currently going onto the screen?
They can't see it on the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, Vietnam. It's just me and Big Mike today.
Yep.
Got two-man wrecking crew. Should still be a great show.
Always will be.
Big Mike, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Pretty good evening. Went to trivia last night.
Ooh, how'd you do?
Came in third.
Okay.
Lost by 4 points. I want to tell you this bullshit that happened in my trivia game.
Okay.
So, what happened was the question is, this 2001 album featured, it was the first iteration of this group's album, featured hits as All the Small Things,
Okay.
All Star,
Mm-hmm.
and like two other songs. I can't remember exactly which two other songs.
Okay.
And they have done 40 iterations of the same album since.
Okay.
What group is this? And the answer is Kids Pop.
No, it's not.
I mean, it is.
Wait, what do you? Oh,
It's a cover. They release cover songs.
they were asking who has done the 40 iterations.
exactly.
Oh, I thought you were asking for the
not
original.
the
I was like,
original.
okay, that seems easy.
Yeah, no. So the question was, what group has released 40 iterations
Okay.
of this track, and we got it right. And the guy was like, so we all handed our answers, and he says the answer was Kids Bop. However, I feel like I didn't explain the question well enough. No, I was paraphrasing the question. It wasn't exactly the way I said it.
Yep.
But we understood it, and he accepted. Now that's what I call music, as well as an answer, which did not start in 2001, and did not feature any of those songs on their first album.
So it's just
Therefore,
like not correct.
not the right answer, not the answer you were looking for.
Right.
So, we lost by 4 points, and that probably was a difference maker.
It's
So we
like,
just gifted everyone else their points.
yeah, it's not how trivia works. Usually there's just, all the time there's one right answer.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah. So pretty salty about that. And like my team for some reason wanted me to go up and complain about it. But I don't want. I'm not. First of all, as someone who does trivia for a living,
Mm-hmm.
as I kind of consider myself as someone who does trivia for a living, as like half the things I do is just ask you guys trivia questions.
Yep.
I understand trivia is hard to run, hard to do. I understand the plight of the working trivia man,
Mm-hmm.
but I was not happy.
Yeah.
Not happy. So
What do you win if you come in first?
$50
Oh.
to the restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Darn.
Close the loop. But
Hey.
yeah. But I could have saved us money the next time we go.
Exactly.
Maybe we won't be going next time. Apparently, we're
Yes,
talking to
you
one of the
will.
waitresses there, and we were complaining, and he's like, yeah, he did this last week too.
Oh, he's known for this.
Like the question last week he asked that got her pissed because she was very pissed. She's like, this dog breed has both an English and American version, and the English version has a puffier, bushier tail.
I was gonna say bulldog, but that's
See, I
not
would say
right.
bulldog too, but that's not right either.
No, English and American. A border collie?
No,
I don't know. What is it?
Labrador, English lab.
I've never heard of an English or American lab.
So American labs are a lot more like thinner.
Oh,
English
interesting.
labs have a lot more fatter faces.
Huh.
I like English labs more. They're cuter.
And what got it? Why was?
So he accepted. So this is the difference between an English and American lab. You can see in their faces.
Oh yeah. Oh
So,
wow.
yeah, they got a lot thicker faces. English lab, American
Oh,
lab.
he's got
more.
massive dome.
Yeah, they got big fat faces.
Yeah.
They're chunky.
Chunk.
Um,
So what was
he
the?
accepted, bulldog?
Again, not the right
Not the
answer.
right answer. Not the
Okay.
right answer. Exactly.
So this guy's just accepting anything.
Exactly.
Sounds like a trivia I'd like to go to. Just write something down, and then he
accept it.
might just accept it.
So that was my night.
Yep.
You watched the Olympics last night?
What did I do last night? Nope. I'm currently watching yet another season of Survivor.
Okay, which one?
Dude, I don't know. I think I've seen all of them, but apparently not this one. I think it's like season 25. I don't know. I fucking love that show.
Yeah, great show.
Yeah.
Let's go to the intro. I'll do the intro today.
Yeah, it is.
We got episode 372 of In the Pit
Let's go. Clap.
on the Bloss. Before we start, make sure you like and subscribe, although this is a podcast. So if you're listening to this podcast, make sure
You listen.
you're listening. If you're listening and you're not liking and subscribing to this podcast, do that. Leave a review too. I don't know. I haven't checked our In the Pit reviews ever on podcasts. You know, I'm gonna do that right now.
Yeah. Well.
Let's see if anyone. I'll see if they're any good. But leave a review, and we could read it off like I might do right now, depending on how good the review is.
Sick painting.
Yeah. What else? What we got coming out today down the pipeline. Let's see. Today's Thursday. We got the Elimination Chamber predictions. I assume that's wrestling.
Yep.
I know nothing about it. But it's John and Dante making predictions, and let's see if they're right. I don't know.
I believe that's a cage match, and you just kind of you get eliminated as people get eliminated as you go, or maybe I just combine the Royal Rumble and the cage match. I have no idea what it is.
We have 61 ratings on podcasts.
Nice.
4.9 stars out of 5.
Okay.
Pretty damn good.
Nice.
Great listen! Exclamation point. 5 stars from DHDHU789.
Thank
This is
you.
from January. This is the last review. So there's plenty. We've barely got any reviews. We've gotten like 3 reviews in the last year.
How often do you review podcasts when you
Never.
listen to them?
But
Never.
These people can.
Yeah.
If you like doing it. I look forward to the podcast every day and listen to it in the mornings. Great group to listen to, and I love their takes on sports and other trending topics. Trivia Tuesday is my favorite, which I haven't done in a while. Sorry. Big Mike is hands down is awesome.
Thank you.
I could listen to him all day.
Poof.
I could.
I couldn't either.
Thank
I
you
can
guys
barely
for
listen
making my day
myself.
just a little bit better with every podcast. Wow.
Thank you, everyone,
Thank
for your
you.
continued support.
And if you want to participate in the conversation, you can hop over to our Patreon and subscribe and interact with this podcast every day. We
Sure
got-
can.
How many people we got watching right now? We got 5 people watching right now. We got JC271 and Matt Rosner in the comments saying good morning. Good morning to you too as well. We got a great show. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right. First topic. Dallas Cowboys.
Holy shit, what's going on with them?
In a bit of hot water.
Oh.
They're in a scandal about their cheerleaders.
I mean, this was only a matter of time.
Yeah. So I think from what I've understood about this story, there's a lawsuit by 4 Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders over sexual misconduct and allegations against former Cowboys public relations chief Rich Dalrymple,
My God, dude.
where they ended up settling out of court for I think $2.4 million. However, you know, this probably doesn't end there. These things probably go higher and higher.
When
Jones was already the center of a gathering controversy with head coach Mike McCarthy, Jerry Jones, after McCarthy discussed his relationship with Jerry Jones on Rich Eisen's radio show on Tuesday. So the Cowboys just in a lot of hot water.
when are people gonna learn to like not sexually misconduct people? Like,
you
it's-
hope that'd be innate.
Like, it's very, very simple to be a normal human and
Exactly.
not be sexually deviant in that matter.
Yeah,
I don't even know if that's the right word for that, but
it's not the bad word for it.
yeah, it's simple. Just don't touch people when they don't want to be touched. It's very simple.
That's where it all boils down to.
Yep.
And
They had their own show at one point, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Yeah.
My ex-girlfriend used to make me watch it. Awful show. Oh,
That
Oh.
was your ex.
yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Made you watch bad TV.
I love trash TV.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, shit isn't hard.
No,
Just don't
do it.
Just don't do it.
Like, it's like you aren't gonna get away with it.
No.
You know, it's just
Unfortunately, in a lot of cases,
well,
are.
yeah, but
Which is the really, really shitty thing about it. But at the same time, just don't fucking do it.
yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is with, like, as soon as someone gets any inkling of power, they just like, oh, well, I guess I gotta do bad shit now.
Yeah, and usually it's not even. It's like to be more specific. It's I get power now. I have to touch people.
Now I have to
It's
touch
like it's immediately to that. It's like mix in like a murder or something first. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah,
so you don't
like-
go right to touching.
Yeah. it's
Come on,
not
people,
awful.
be better.
Be better. Yeah. So this whole Cowboys scandal, let's see. I'm just reading about it now. People want the NFL to push Jerry Jones out as an owner because of all this shit, which will never ever happen.
Because
Because
it would have already happened in our nation's capital,
yes.
and that hasn't yet.
And you know, I think we've gotten some answers as to why Dan Snyder is still the owner, and it's probably because if you force Dan Snyder out as owner, you're gonna have to force pretty much every owner out as owner.
Yeah.
If this is the rampant cases of sexual assault in your league, where you're gonna have, you know, if one shoe drops and the whole fucking thing collapses,
Yeah.
then maybe you gotta look at yourself in the fucking mirror and be like, wait, why are we trying to cover up everyone's misconduct? It's all. It's just. Ugh.
gonna be real tough to to find other rich people with no skeletons in their closet
Exactly.
to buy the teams though, because all these fucking rich people can't stop doing bad shit.
It's almost like you gotta do bad shit to become that rich.
You do.
Yeah. This is not the next topic, but speaking of rich people being stupid, Elon Musk's Neuralinks killing like all the monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, implanting something in brains and them dying, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm very, very shocked.
So for this story, this is kind of a sharp left turn,
Yeah.
but
But hey, what is this podcast without our sharp left turns?
Elon Musk is doing his Neuralink testing, trying to put fucking chips in people's brains, and I think it killed 15 of 23 monkeys.
Yeah, 15. It's just like
And-
the highest percentage.
Yeah. So not great, and apparently the monkeys endured extreme suffering.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he tortured these monkeys to death. Sounds like a really winning combination.
Good
Can't wait to get my Neuralink installed. Sounds like a fun time.
Look, if they master this thing and I'm able to do crazy shit with it down the line, sure, put it in my brain when I'm like 80 years old and on my deathbed anyway. Who cares? I'm gonna take myself out back anyway.
What does it even do, the Neuralink?
No idea, dude. No idea. Have you ever watched Black Mirror? Any of those?
Yeah.
It reminds me of the episode where.
The white Christmas one, where they can see things in their eyes.
Oh, not that one. I was thinking the I think it's like I think it might be
Was it
the
the husband
the
and wife
sec-
one?
Yeah, where he finds out she's cheating when they
Yeah.
have yeah, that's what it reminds me of. So if I can do shit like that and just like display things through my
Watch, like, memories
eyes.
and shit like that.
Yeah. Ooh, actually, I don't want to watch my memories.
No.
No, never mind. Ew, that's actually really scary.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
terrible.
no, I'm out on this. I fucking love that show though.
Yeah, let's say you.
Oh, dude.
Strike me as a big Black Mirror
Oh, I love it. I love it. The
Yeah.
first episode and
fan.
the
Fucking the pig.
fucking the pig. It's just like whoa.
I like my favorite episode of that show. I think I love the one with Jesse Plemons. where
Yes.
USS Callister. That is
Yes.
a phenomenal
Dude,
episode.
that's his name. I was trying to think about him all day yesterday because I was like, is it Jesse Plummer? I was like, Plummer doesn't sound right.
Plemons. I love
Clemens.
Jesse Plemons has an inner circle in my heart of one of my favorite actors.
He's great in that show
He's
too.
great in
What's
everything he's ever done.
I got a favorite episode of that and I can't remember what it's. Oh,
The
oh,
one,
oh, White Bear. That one's really good. The most fucked up one is Playtest.
oh yeah, the one with the guy from 22 Jump Street. Long hair guy.
Yeah, long hair. Yeah. That one was fucked up.
What's his name? Russell. He's Kurt Russell's kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's his name?
with he didn't have and what's her name?
Yeah. it's
Goldie.
great.
What's her name?
White Russell. Goldie Hawn. Yeah.
That's Snakey Goldie.
Goldie Hawn.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
White Russell.
Cool.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. The more you know.
The more you know.
Yeah, but
That's a great episode. I made my mom watch that. She had never seen Black Mirror before, and she doesn't like shit like that at all. And I made her watch it, and holy shit, was she horrified. That was funny though.
it's just fun.
Oh, great show.
I'm glad they're not doing it anymore because I don't think it would really work.
Oh, they're not?
I think the guys moved on to doing like those, yearly review shit for Netflix now.
Oh, that's the same guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 2020, Death of 2021.
Yep.
Yeah.
God damn it, I really liked it. I wish they were doing more.
Let's see what we got next. Back to sports. From our left.
Sports.
U.S. Canada gold medal game was last night. Women's. They couldn't take it home.
Heartbreaking.
They lost.
Heartbreaking.
I mean, they were down big early, 3-0, and
Yep.
they scored.
3-2 was the final.
Yeah, couldn't get it done.
No, U.S. was out without their best player. She got hurt in like the first or second game. I forget her name. Forgive me. But yeah, there's like legit bad blood between those teams too. Like they hate each other. And it's fucking awesome. I love to see it. But there's a lot good coming out of this for women's hockey. They're getting a lot more resources towards it. And then seeing it on the national stage is great. And just the bad blood between those two is it's awesome to watch.
It seems like there's been more coverage of women's than men's hockey this time around.
No NHL players.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely it. But I mean, even still, though, I mean, you're playing with kind of the same. I guess it's like the best of the women, and then like the college players from the men.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'd be great to see it's great to see the more attention though for the women's hockey.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Kind of shitty that was on at like 3 in the fucking morning though.
It's tough timing.
But it's just how playing in Beijing.
Yeah.
happens.
Stupid ass Beijing.
Right now though, U.S. curling playing England.
Let's go.
Schuster and his boys. I don't know if it's going well. I don't think it's going well.
Have you
But-
tuned into that documentary they made?
No.
Behind the Rocks? I love it. I need to watch it.
Yeah, I've heard. I try to get my brother to watch because he also loves curling.
Does he actually?
Yes. So last weekend when I was home, I went down to DC, and in DC they were having like this. We just happened to run into it.
Yeah.
Winter Olympic event.
Yeah.
And that was the day it was like 60 degrees out also.
Yeah.
But they had like a curling thing.
Oh, yeah.
You could actually play curling.
Yeah.
It was just like a bunch of blocks of ice, so it was like really shitty. So we went into curling, and I was like sweeping it.
Ah.
It was fun.
They have like a curling center around, not around here. I think it's in Wayland, but I mean,
We should do it.
I would love to. I've always wanted to try. It'd probably be so hard.
That'd be so much fun if we made a video of us just
Yeah.
playing curling.
It'd be wicked fun. I'm sure it's not. I don't know where Wayland is. I think it's South Shore. It's probably not too far from here.
I'm down to do it.
Curling center.
All right, while you look that up, we're going to talk a little bit about the Rams parade yesterday.
Oh,
Rams had their
man.
victory parade, and they tried to change the Hollywood sign
What?
to celebrate the Rams victory.
Oh, it's only 40 minutes from here.
It was supposed to say Rams House, and God damn it, support the free press. Never.
Down with the free press. Nah. What does that say?
Rams House. Also, why would it say Rams House on a Hollywood sign?
Yeah.
Like, why is that the slogan? I guess it fits the number of letters.
They should have just changed it back to Hollyweed for the day.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hollywood stars and celebrities. What do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. Great, BoJack Horseman reference.
Ah.
Yeah. But yeah, so they tried to change the Hollywood sign, and it looks stupid. And it is stupid. But other things that happened from the parade, the GM, do you see his shirt?
No.
It says "fuck the draft picks."
Oh, I love it.
I think that's great.
I love it. Yeah, they went all in.
Yeah. And they got no draft picks.
Yeah, no draft picks.
It was funny last year when they were doing the draft, and they rented out this like Malibu fucking thing. For
Yeah.
draft picks,
Yeah.
Just to hang out in Malibu for a weekend.
Just because Sean McVay is a fucking savage.
Aaron Donald had a great day yesterday.
Yep.
So I'm shirtless on the parade float.
He is, whew.
That is a fucking Adonis, man.
Dude, he might be the scariest person in the entire world.
He doesn't have a scary face. Just his
No,
body.
his face is actually, he looks like a giant teddy bear
Yeah, he
with
looks
his
like a very
face.
nice
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
But like,
And I'm sure he is.
he is very nice. But like his body, like he's got
Jesus.
fucking bowling balls on those shoulders, man.
Yep.
That dude is absolutely jacked.
Ripped.
And then he went to the Lakers game last night. He had to hug LeBron at the end of the game.
Oh.
LeBron wins. They win the game like a close game, and LeBron runs over and hugs Aaron Donald.
I hate LeBron.
You know what I do. Matt Stafford looked absolutely blitzed.
He was the drunkest guy on the planet yesterday. I'm sure he still is. Dude, I love
There
him.
was this one video I saw where someone fell off the stage. He's just drunk. He just turns around and walks away.
He goes, and then he like grabs his wife and says, "Take care of that." He probably had no idea what was going on.
Lights on. No one was home.
No, he was like thanking the crowd and whatnot, and just like chugging tequila. I mean, he had an awesome day. You had to give it to him.
I mean, listen. He won a Super Bowl.
Yep, and he should be continuing to party all week.
So, I've been thinking a lot this week.
Okay.
I've had a lot of interesting sports takes coming down the old brain this week.
Okay.
And one of those is about Matt Stafford. And it's kind of continuation of our conversation yesterday. So I looked into this yesterday. So we went through and we counted about 10 quarterbacks from the 2015 season that we think could be Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
There have been, including Peyton Manning, which is one of those quarterbacks, 26 quarterbacks in NFL history to be Hall of Famers. Which means if all 10 of those guys make it, you would have 27% of the Hall of Fame class will have played in the 2015 season.
There's only 26 Hall of Fame
Only 26
quarterbacks.
Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Seems awfully low.
I know. I thought so too. Which has me either think of two things. One, this era of quarterback play was so great, and these quarterbacks were so much better than all the other quarterbacks ever played, that we need to celebrate this era of quarterback play by putting all these people in. Or two, we need to hold this era of quarterbacks to a higher standard because of that, and we need to only let in the best of the best. Now, I don't know where I stand on this situation, this yet. I think I'm leaning towards B. to the point where it's
Yeah.
maybe we need to reevaluate how we evaluate quarterbacks in this generation. Only because if everyone's putting up these insane stats and everyone has these great counting stats,
Yeah.
who do we celebrate?
Yeah.
Which makes me reconsider me saying Matt Ryan's a Hall of Famer, Philip Rivers is a Hall of Famer, Matt Stafford's a Hall of Famer. Because guys like Eli's making it, 2-time Super Bowl quarterback, has the counting stats, he's making it. Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play, talent-wise. Brady, obviously. Roethlisberger, obviously. Manning's already in. Peyton. And then I'm forgetting one more guy on that list. There's one more guy on that list. Drew Brees. Drew Brees is a surefire Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Those guys make sense. Brees never won MVP, but he was All-Pro. At times, he was the best quarterback in the league. Matt Stafford was never, ever. I wouldn't even say he's ever been a top 3 quarterback in the league in any season. You can even make the statement he's never been a top 5 quarterback in the league.
No, I know. I think this is kind of a cop-out answer, but I think it touches upon what you said yesterday about this too. It's like you have to find that happy medium of that A scenario and that B scenario for this group of quarterbacks because this is the transition time of that we saw in the early 2000s till now, kind of that it's transferring to a pass-heavy league, and this is the line. Like, this is it right here. So you got to find that happy medium. It's going to be very tough, but like from now on, like obviously Patrick Mahomes, when it's all said and done, is going to be a Hall of Famer. But like your Josh Allens, your Patrick Mahomes, your Herberts, your guys, your Joe Burrows, your guys in the league now and that are going to come in, you're going to have to hold them to the higher standard because it's so pass dominant now. Yeah. So this line of those 10 or 11 quarterbacks that we named yesterday and today, I think that's it. I think you got to push them in.
Quarterbacks today, those guys you just named, are a different breed of quarterback.
Yeah.
Where they're not just passers. The quarterbacks I named in that group, outside of Rodgers, really, are just pure passers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have guys who can do things with their legs.
Mm-hmm.
They are traditional big arm quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
These guys today, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Herbert, Lamar Jackson, those guys can move.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're fast, they're athletic, they're doing more than just passing, they're elongating plays. I think this generation has more, they can do more than just pass.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it's a different, you're considering them in a different light altogether already because of that. So, going back to my initial point, I think it's a challenge because, these guys are part of NFL football story. You can't tell the story. I don't think you can tell the story of the NFL for this decade without Matt Ryan, but that's probably because he lost the biggest game. You can't tell the story of the NFL without Matt Stafford for this past decade. He just won a Super Bowl, although he probably was like the 5th best player on the Super Bowl winning team.
So right now, after like I'm going through quarterbacks, is he not? Is he? I mean, I'm putting him. He just won a Super Bowl. I'm putting him in the top 3
this year.
Yeah.
I
XL Brady.
XL Brady.
Yep.
Rodgers, Mahomes.
Yep. I'm taking Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford just won a Super Bowl.
I think Josh Allen was the best quarterback of anyone in the playoffs this year. Josh Allen played 2 perfect games, absolutely perfect games, better than Matt Stafford looked.
All right, I'll put him 4 then. I'll put him 4.
Yeah, but I think. I mean, I said this yesterday. The Bills were the best team in the playoffs. I said this to my friends yesterday on here. Bills were the best team in the playoffs. Mostly if they just ran into a fucking truck, which is the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Chiefs in any given game are also the best team in football.
Yeah.
And the Bills just played 2 perfect games and just got outplayed one game. They didn't get outplayed. It was just draw of a coin flip. And that's what happens when you go against Patrick Mahomes. So you got Patrick Mahomes at like his absolute best. And I think it was one of the, again, it was the greatest game I think I've ever watched because of
yeah.
So, sure, we're not including Brady.
Yep.
So, if we include Brady, he probably slips to 5th.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the year he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's the 5th best quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dude's never been a top 3 quarterback in the league. I think
he ain't done though. He's got 5 more years on at least.
He's not getting better.
He just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
He just won a Super Bowl, and he just contributed to the best. I mean, he was half of the best receiving season of all time.
His stats aren't better. He led the league in picks.
Well, he's a gunslinger.
Yeah, but I'm saying his stats aren't going to get any better. He's not going to get better as a quarterback.
I don't know. He just won a Super Bowl.
I think he's just in a better situation now. But again, I think he's the 5th best player on his own Super Bowl winning team. I mean, Donald, Cup. I think. Yeah, I mean, who else am I put over?
No one.
Definitely not the best player on this team. No, it's just a thought.
Huh?
Just something that popped in my head. Meanwhile, on the flip side of that, running backs. There are going to be like 2 running backs from the last 20 years who are going to make the Hall of Fame. Frank Gore and Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Can't think of anyone else.
Dying breed.
Yep.
I
mean, Zeke?
No,
Probably not.
absolutely not.
I mean, Derrick Henry is probably the only active guy who's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. And, I mean, he's got to keep it up, though. Let's see it.
Give me 2 more years.
2
2 more years of this, he'll make it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He's only had 2, like, crazy years.
Yeah. Well, I'd say 4 years of crazy years. We were looking at, like, my roommate said Marshawn Lynch. Lynch had 6 1,000-yard seasons. Didn't do it for that long. He's probably not a Hall of Famer.
No, I think running backs you gotta have a longer career than. I don't think Derrick Henry's close to the Hall of Fame right now. Unfortunately.
He's on the track. I think
Hopefully.
of all running backs, he's the only one that's really on the Hall of Fame track right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone else even
Exactly.
remotely close.
Exactly. And there are more running backs in the Hall of Fame than quarterbacks.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah. So.
Running back heavy league until, like we said,
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Just some food for thought. I thought it was an interesting argument.
Yeah, no, that's a very interesting way to look at it. Makes sense.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the ongoing Tyler Skaggs thing, but one thing particular that came up yesterday with Matt Harvey. MLB announces that Matt Harvey might be facing a 60-game suspension due to distributing drugs in Major League locker rooms. Now, normally, this is a full season-long suspension, and I don't know how MLB chose the arbitrary number of 60 games, but they did.
Yeah.
My biggest issue is why are you doing this? If you want to solve this issue and really get to the core of this issue so you don't end up with another dead player on your hands, why is the situation to punish anyone involved? You're never going to get cooperation from anyone, and they're just going to cover things up. And it's a really bad look because if you're just punishing it, then no one's going to come clean and no one's going to admit to the truth. And
he's not even on a team right now to get suspended from.
it will effectively end his career.
Oh yeah, I mean,
His career's probably over.
it was probably over. Yeah.
He wasn't terribly good last year.
No. Yeah, I agree. This is deterring anyone from anyone ever speaking their mind about anything.
Yeah.
Like.
You'll never get truth. You'll never hear the truth about this stuff. And yeah, it's going to be more, next time MLB ends up with a dead player on their hands, it's going to be their own fault.
Yep.
They didn't really care about actually solving this issue. They cared about, covering it up.
And just handing out a punishment somewhere.
And, I didn't see what happened with this. I'm going to read about this right now. So, Terry Collins, the old Mets manager, was on the radio show, and apparently he had some really awful things to say about Matt Harvey. You know what happened? I saw what happened.
Yep. I only saw that as well. I did not see what he said.
Yeah, so I got the article pulled up here.
But everyone was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is he saying?
Yeah.
So here-
Also,
Terry
did you see?
Collins, ashamed of
I think it might have been the New York Post headline yesterday.
that
It was like,
tried killing himself.
It was like Matt Harvey debate. It's like, dude, come on, like that's your headline?
Yeah.
Give me a break. These news outlets fucking suck.
Yeah. So Collins was first asked if he was surprised about Harvey's drug use by the New York Post. His answer was damning. Quote, "The answer is probably not," Collins told the Post. "There was a testing program going on throughout Major League Baseball. We weren't allowed to do any of our own stuff. There were accusations that were being thrown around the clubhouse for sure, but I had no proof at all. I can just tell you what guys were saying." While this itself is fine, Collins took a matter a step further. He acknowledged that, quote, "Harvey's behavior was erratic enough to warrant counseling with the Mets mental skills coach." Per the Post, New York Post writers Mike Puma also mentioned a source suggested that Harvey had suicidal tendencies. Collins later gave a radio interview and a television interview with SNY, referencing Harvey's depression and mental health struggles, including giving specific incidents that obviously is not necessary or should not have been brought to light in the first place. Duh. This is his own issues. Why is fucking Terry Collins going on the radio blabbing about all this dirty laundry?
Right.
It's fucked. And you're right. Like, they shouldn't be talking about this shit.
Nope.
Why is this news?
No. Like, why are we talking about Matt Harvey's mental health when you're supposed to be dealing with a death of a player in your league? Like,
why is that the story? Why is that the focal point?
Give me a break. It's not Terry Collins' place to say any of that.
Yeah.
To air any of that out. Let Matt Harvey talk about it if he wants to.
Exactly. And he doesn't have to.
You don't have to like the guy. By any means, you don't have to. And you could say he was a little crazy, and he was erratic when you were coaching him, and say all that. That's fine, but leave it at that. You don't have to go deeper.
Yeah. That was way too far. So let's see what else we got. Here we go. Fuck. Juan Soto rejects the Nationals 13-year,
13 year, yeah.
$350 million contract extension, and that's offered before the lockout, saying he's going to go year by year and likely test free agency.
I'm sorry, but can you blame him?
No. So from according to reports last night, he's looking for $500 million. He can make that much. He's very fucking good at baseball.
Yeah, and why would you want
26 when he's a free agent.
Why would you ever want to play for that organization?
Fucking World Series.
Loud, look at him.
we were for the 2010s the fourth best team in terms of record.
Okay.
For a decade. I mean, that's something.
But that decade's over.
The window's closed.
Yeah. So why would you want to stay and lose? You know, you want to go to a winning program and get paid.
So, if it depends, if the Nats aren't going to contend in the next 3 years, then yeah, I understand. Like, listen, like, if you're not going to win, you want to win. That's the whole point of playing baseball, and he's a winner. Juan Soto just wants to win. I could get that. 3 years is a long time, though. We're still very far away from his free agency. You know, before 3 years of Bryce Harper's free agency, everyone's like, he's going to the Yankees for sure. Yankees didn't even fucking make him an offer. You know, 3 years is a long time for a player, a long time for the league. Who knows? Maybe the Nats make a trade, do some things, and they're back on top. Maybe they're the worst team in baseball for the next 3 years. And so it's like, I've had enough, and then we trade him. Who knows what the league will happen in 3 years? I will say the list of Nationals all-position players since 2005 who have signed an extension is Ryan Zerman, and that's it. The Nats don't play for paid position players. They never have. We don't sign position players. Just, you know, we'll sign Daniel Murphy to 340 or something like that. We're not going to shell out money for any position player.
Yeah.
Now, Juan Soto's different. He is the best player that's ever worn a Nationals uniform, in terms of skill-wise. You know, better than Harper, better than, obviously, Zimmerman. So, what the Nats, if this is last and final offer, Juan, it was great having you for 6 years.
See ya.
If this is first offer and something to work off of, because you can work off of this.
Yeah.
Listen, today's the 1-year anniversary of Tatis signing a 14-year, you know, 340 contract, which is less money per year. 1 more year. If the Nats can maybe get this to 16 years, 480. That's something. If that's 16 years, he'll be playing until if he were to sign it this offseason. So you also remember this too, that any extension that he signs now,
until he's 42. Is that right? Is that the
if-
correct
if-
math?
when he's a free agent.
Yeah.
I mean, his skill set it's not a skill set that declines. Although you'd say that about Pujols too, and look what happened to him. If you were to sign an extension today, it'd be worth a lot more money than an extension in 3 years. Only because it covers arbitration. So in the next 3 years, he'll be making I think he'll make probably about 10 mil this year in arbitration, then probably 18, and then probably 25. He'll probably get paid the most ever for a third arbitration because he's that fucking good. So it's a lot more money in your pocket right now.
Mm-hmm.
And which is it matters. You know, you make more money. So let's say this next offseason, if he were to sign, he'll be 24. 16,480. That covers you until you're 40 with one team. That is How many more? So that's 3 extra years, and it's $130 million more, which would equivocate to, quick math, roughly 35 a year more. And you stretch that out. Let me look at the AAV of that made-up salary contract that I just made up in my head. 480 divided by 16. That's $30 million a year. Could figure that out pretty easily.
That's so much money. I didn't say no to that.
Yeah. He wants to get the highest AAV of all time, and that's Max Scherzer's fucking 3-year deal they signed with the Mets this year.
What was it for? Like 40 something?
Yeah. I don't know if we'll top that, but I'll get paid a shit ton of money.
I forgot Scherzer was. Baseball, dude. Baseball is so fucked up right now.
Yeah,
I literally forgot that Scherzer was on the Mets.
Yeah. Because they can't talk about it.
No.
But the players and owners are meeting today.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We'll see if anything happens. Owners
Probably won't.
keep getting worse. So it just shows. They pretty much instituted their last proposal on Saturday. They kind of proposed pretty much a hard salary cap with no salary floor, where they're just making worse and worse offers to the players.
And they know what they're doing.
Fucking doing.
The fuck.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
Nope, not a good sign.
And I'm not optimistic that anything good's gonna happen today. That's for sure.
Nope, because the owners are dicks.
Where are these meetings taking place? Are they headquartered in New York?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, their headquarters are in New York.
Okay.
That's probably where they're taking place. All right, next topic.
Oh man.
Tiger Woods
Oh.
said he's gonna play PGA Tour again.
Oh yeah. Oh, pff. And water is wet, everyone.
Tiger Woods spoke on the media ahead of the Genesis Invitational and shared an update about his injuries and ongoing recovery process.
So the guy's a freak, dude. When he played in that father-son thing, I was talking to Ryan about this yesterday. He played in that father-son thing a couple months ago, and that was his first time back on like a course after his accident. And he was just out there messing around with his son Charlie and whatnot. And then like the final day comes Sunday afternoon, and they're down a couple of shots, and you see something with just like flick on like the 13th hole, and it's just like, ooh, this guy is not done. Like he literally flipped the switch and was like, I'm still fucking Tiger Woods. The competitive like flair was there. It was cool to see, and it was just obvious like, okay, this guy is such a free competitor that he's like playing with his son and whatnot, but he's just coming off a near death accident, and he still has it. Like, I can't wait for him to come back, and I hope it's the Masters, and I hope he wins, and I'm definitely gonna bet on him to win the Masters. And another golf thing. I'm glad you brought this up. I don't know if you've seen this stuff with the Saudi Golf League that's going on. So this rich fucking Saudi, I'm assuming he's a prince. I don't know. I feel like there's just all princes over there. Wants to start his own league, or maybe he did. I don't know. He's offering these big name PGA Tour guys to come over and get paid a shit ton of money, like hundreds of millions.
Like off-season?
No.
During the season.
During the season.
Ooh.
So, PGA Tour obviously is like, all right, you do that, you can't play, you can't play PGA Tour.
Yeah, you're out of there.
And one of the big names is Bryson DeChambeau, and he is pretty much locked in on going over there.
Well, no one likes him anyway.
No, I don't give a fuck about that guy. But I think they offered him like $100 million just to come play. Yeah, dude, these Saudi princes just have unlimited money. So to be like the face of it essentially. And yesterday, like Tiger, Justin Thomas, Rory, Colin Morikawa, and like 3 other names came out, and we're just like, no, we're not fucking doing this. We like the PGA Tour. We're ride or die here. We're not going anywhere. But guys like DeChambeau, Phil Mickelson, Ian Poulter, Lee Westwood, missing someone, Dustin Johnson, they haven't said no to this.
I'm surprised if they wouldn't make Phil the face of this whole thing. 'Cause
Phil's older though.
Yeah, but he's the most recognizable.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's the most iconic.
Yep.
So PGA Tour player Kramer Hickok says he thinks 17 golfers have already jumped over to a rumored Saudi-backed Super League amid ongoing speculation of a new breakaway circuit. The circuit in question has been dominating the news league recently with reports of a $1.5 billion budget and huge offers to the likes of Bryson DeChambeau and Ian Poulter.
Yep. And DeChambeau is, I think, going. I think that's like almost pretty much just locked in. He doesn't like the PGA Tour. Doesn't like how people bully him on the PGA Tour. He's a little bitch, so I don't give a fuck about him.
Rory McIlroy was not happy about it.
No, it's like Rory, Tiger, Colin Morikawa, Justin Thomas. I'm missing another big name in that. I apologize, but they're like, no, we're not going. It's a fucking PGA Tour. Like this is it.
Adam Scott's apparently into it.
Yeah, a lot of the foreign guys are into it. I don't know, man. It's whatever to me. As long as some, John Rahm was the other one that's against it. I mean, and there you go. You have your top 3 guys in the world that are saying no to it. John Rahm, Colin Morikawa, and Justin Thomas are saying no to it. Like, okay, like go ahead and do your little Saudi Super League. That's fine. We're like the PGA Tour is going to keep their top guys. It's always going to be the PGA Tour.
Speaking of the Super League, whatever happened with that soccer Super League that was like
They didn't do it.
Yeah, I remember.
It was gonna screw everyone over.
Yeah. Except for like the big 8 clubs.
And even that, the players wouldn't have been able to compete in any like FIFA events or whatever, or like future FIFA events or something like that. I forget the logistics, but
Yeah.
they would have been like only been able to like do the Super League teams, and that's it.
That was lame.
Yeah.
We got some viewer questions. We got a few more topics too. Talk about viewer questions. Most of this question from Dwayne. Dwayne Bacon. What's up, Dwayne? How you doing?
What it do, baby?
This is a question I was talking about yesterday. Do you think Justin Herbert is better than Joe Burrow right now?
No, I don't think, and I'm in the minority with this. I realize that. I'm very low on Justin Herbert. I don't think he's.
I think
I don't
this is what I'm gonna say about Joe Burrow, and this is my. I wish I had a graphic for this. Hot take time. Hot take time. And this is just,
Careful what you say right now.
I'm just throwing something out there. Mentally, Joe Burrow might be the best quarterback in the AFC. Mentally, he has the competitive factor in him that I think is hard. You can't teach it. You can't coach it. It's just something innate in some people. It's what you see in Tom Brady. And I think Joe Burrow has that same smell. Skill-wise, I'm taking Mahomes. I'm taking Allen. I'm taking Herbert. I'm taking maybe Lamar Jackson. I'm taking Dak Prescott. I think Joe Burrow is probably the 8th or 9th most talented quarterback in the NFL. Maybe even lower than that.
I don't think that's. I mean, talent-wise, yeah, he's not. He doesn't have the most talent, but you defeated your own argument by saying by throwing Tom Brady in there because it.
Tom Brady wasn't the most talented quarterback ever.
What?
Tom Brady wasn't the most talented.
No, not at all. It wasn't even close.
No.
But 50 to 75% of being a quarterback, I would even say maybe 75 to 80% of being a quarterback is mental.
Yeah.
So, and if Joe Burrow is
Joe Burrow isn't. I will say Joe Burrow isn't Tom Brady. I saw an interesting stat yesterday as well that the last 16 first-time quarterbacks to make the Super Bowl who lost in their first Super Bowl never went back.
Okay.
Never went back to the Super Bowl.
They'll be back. They'll be back.
I think they got a 3-year window.
Do you think so? All right, not just
With
talent,
this team,
not just talent-wise,
Yes.
but overall, you're still overall list your quarterbacks that are in the league right now. Best quarterbacks, not just talent-wise,
Right.
overall.
Overall.
Yep.
Mahomes.
Okay.
Allen.
Okay.
Rodgers.
Burrow. You can't say Herbert's better. He's not. Herbert has just raw arm strength and talent. That's it.
I mean,
You can't say Herbert's better.
He's better coaching. I think Herbert can be better than Burrow.
Maybe.
I think if we talk 2 years from now, listen, not every player is going to develop the same speed
No.
as Burrow.
No.
It might take out Herbert like 2 more years.
I'm talking right now.
I think Herbert's on the Josh Allen path.
I'm talking right now.
Right now,
Yes.
NFL quarterbacks.
There's no. He's the 4th best.
All right, Tony Romo.
Okay. He's pretty good.
NFL QB Index. This is NFL's from January 12th, 2022. They have Tom Brady number 1, Rodgers number 2,
X Tom Brady out of this.
They have
He's
Herbert
retired.
They have Herbert number 3.
Okay.
They got Burrow number 4.
I'm asking you. I'm
I'm
not asking this bullshit index.
I mean, oh, you know, another quarterback I forgot to mention earlier in our conversation when we were talking about
Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson, yeah. I always forget about him. He's a Hall of Famer, probably. Is he?
Super Bowl winner, been to 2 Super Bowls?
Yeah.
No MVPs, which is crazy.
Youngest player to ever win a Super Bowl as a quarterback.
I mean, he's got to have a good couple years, latter half of his career here. No, he's got to be. Dude, I don't know.
I don't know.
I just want to put
He has a
everyone in the
better
Hall of Fame.
resume Than Matt Ryan, although Matt Ryan has the MVP.
Yeah.
But there are times Russell Wilson has been the top 3 quarterback in the league multiple years.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, there's a few years he should have won MVP, and he didn't even receive like a vote until like last year, right? Some crazy stat like that.
I think he finished runner-up once. I don't know. But yeah, Mahomes, Allen,
Rodgers, Burrow.
Rodgers.
You're just trying to find someone. You can't because it's Burrow.
I mean, yeah.
Herbert ain't that good right now. I'm not saying he can't be good. He's got the raw talent to build off of. But like I said, 75 to 80% mental is that position. Burrow's got that, and he's not talented. He's extremely talented. The guy he won a national championship. 2 years later, he's in the Super Bowl. That's not just a coincidence.
I don't know.
Stop hating on Joe Burrow. What the fuck?
'Cause everyone I love him as a person.
I hope he wins 17 Super Bowls.
Excuse me.
I just want to be a Bengals fan now. I might be a Bengals fan now. I don't even like the Patriots. They suck. Mac Jones blows. I'm on the Mac Jones blows train now, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like him that much.
I don't either.
Doesn't do
He's
much.
not going to be good. Yeah, he's like a wet noodle. Like,
Just doesn't do much.
like do something. So, yeah, I'm out on that. I think I'm a Bengals fan.
All right, go Bengals.
Yep.
Who day?
Go Bengals.
Who day?
Who day?
All right. Well, we got some good questions. We got from Wyatt. We got the question: with the trial and the lockout going on in the MLB and the tanking with the Dolphins, cheerleaders with the Cowboys, and Dan Snyder in the NFL, which one do you think is a bigger scandal? And like, what's a bigger deal?
One involves death, unfortunately. So I think that one.
involves not just the death, but also the game not being played.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, baseball has got some more skeletons in their closet. Well, I don't know if that's true. I think the NFL probably has more skeletons in their closet.
Yeah.
But the terms it's out,
Well,
things that are out right now.
Who knows what's in the closet still?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised there's some murders in some closets in the NFL. If like an NFL owner like killed someone.
Of course they have.
Yeah. Jesus isn't happy with your jumping bandwagon to the Bengals from the Patriots.
He's not happy.
No.
Look, I am. I'll be honest. I am a very irrational. I'm a Boston sports fan. I'm an irrational piece of shit. Like, what do you want from me? I'm honest about it. At least most Boston sports fans can't admit it. I can admit it. My team stinks right now. Mac Jones is a wet noodle, and I don't want to watch them anymore. So I'm gonna watch a fun team and root for the fun team. Go Bengals.
I've never watched a fun team my entire life.
Jump ship. I want to be a Bengals fan. We're accepting everyone.
I've become a Chargers fan.
Ugh.
I'll join.
Jesus Christ.
I've become a Chargers fan.
Oh Jesus. What do you think he's up
We
to?
have so many interns that are Chargers fans. Ben was a Chargers fan. Jordan was a Chargers
Wasn't
fan.
Ben like from Massachusetts?
Yeah. He's a
Why
big
is he a
He's a big Oregon fan.
Yeah, but why?
I don't.
He's from
know.
Massachusetts.
I don't know why he's a big Oregon.
Like at least Jordan was from like California and
Yeah.
like Nevada and like I don't know, like 18 different states.
I don't know, but at least Ben was more of a Justin Herbert fan that became a Chargers fan.
Okay.
So he reverse engineered it, which makes some sense.
It doesn't even make sense to be a Justin Herbert fan either though. Like you just
He wasn't that great. Like he was good at Oregon.
hey, it wasn't like he was like
He
all right.
didn't win any natties or anything.
Yeah, bring Ben back in here. Gotta talk to him about that one.
Speaking of bringing up other things, so we posted the "Who's the Bigger Goat" video, Mick Jagger or Paul McCartney. Everyone was on my side.
It's because people don't like people just like see like something associated with the Beatles, and they're like, oh, Beatles, and they start fucking whacking off and sucking everyone's
they're
dick about the
better.
Beatles. It's not even close. The Beatles
The
suck
Stones make one song.
compared to the Stones.
The Stones make one type of song. It's a blues song.
No.
Every song's a blues song.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I
it's
don't mind
unbelievable.
the Stones. I'll
It's
listen to the
unbelievable.
Stones.
I mind the Beatles. I think they suck.
The Beatles make so much music.
God, I
They
hate the
make-
Beatles.
They make jazz.
They made a song about a yellow submarine, and
Yeah,
like that was
they make some of
sick.
the dumbest shit
That
ever.
was
They make-
fucking stupid.
Half their songs are the most beautiful songs ever written. The other half is about a walrus.
God, I hate the
Because they're on
Beatles.
so much drugs. But if you do you know the song Helter Skelter?
You know, yes.
It's a phenomenal song.
You know how many Beatles are dead? Like all of them.
half of them.
Who's still alive?
Ringo and Paul.
Well, Paul's dead.
Paul's dead. Yeah.
I think all the Stones are dead too, actually.
Mick Jagger's still alive.
And Mick Jagger and Keith Richards.
Yeah.
Great documentary on Keith Richards if you haven't seen it, by the way. I forget what it's called, but if you look it up, like it's very, very good.
Yeah.
Pretty much just about how he did like daily blood transfusions.
Ooh,
Very good. Very interesting.
interesting.
Yeah.
So Dwayne says he's going to bet on the Chargers next year to win the Super Bowl.
All right, Dwayne, me and you are beefing now. You're starting to get on my fucking shit list. I don't know why, but you, me and you have beef,
So
Dwayne.
I saw an interesting TikTok this morning from the boys over the Stay Hot Pod. Good podcast, sports podcast. I like their takes. And they were talking about which. So the Bengals at the start of the year, I think they said they were plus 15,000 odds to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Something like ridiculous like that.
So
What
beginning of
team-
this year? This
yeah,
past year?
beginning of this year. So if I'm going to pull up the 2023 Super Bowl odds. Super Bowl odds.
Who has the best odds? Probably.
What team from, not 1,500, like that low of odds, but we'll say like 6,000, plus 6,000
Mhm.
odds. Which team do you think could make the jump? And I'll pull this up.
let's see.
So for any team below 6,000, so we got the Falcons, Commanders, Steelers on. Which team of this bunch do you think could be the next year's Bengals? I got three teams.
None of them.
I got three teams.
Who?
Steelers, they got the right quarterback.
Okay, if they got the right quarterback, yeah.
Falcons,
How?
I think Matt Ryan had a pretty decent year. I think they move on from Calvin Ridley. They get a new receiver. Another year of Kyle Pitts, where he can kind of keep developing. They need to develop that defense a little bit, but I can
That
see
defense
the Falcons.
stinks, man.
And then the other team,
Yeah, your commies aren't doing anything.
I think the right quarterback. That defense in 2020 was very fucking good.
But the defense in 2021 was bottom 3, maybe worst.
It's the same.
And we're
person-
closer to 21 than 20.
But it's the same personnel. It's all the same personnel. And I think, year by year it could shift so fast in the other direction again. I still hold out hope when you get Chase Young back.
You really are Stockholm by this team, huh? Jesus Christ.
And, you got Terry McLaurin. You got Antonio Gibson on that offense. Got Logan Thomas on that offense.
even when Chase Young was healthy last year, their defense was bottom 3 in the league. So it's like,
Actually,
that's not
They
promising.
actually were better without Chase Young
Yeah.
than with him.
Which is, an
Um,
anomaly.
but if I were to make a bold prediction, that could be one. And I'm going to go cry and say, why am I doing this to myself?
Who's the favorite right now? The Bills?
The favorite right now
Or the Chiefs?
are the Chiefs at plus 650, then Bills, then Rams, then Bengals.
Makes sense.
The Niners are a pretty good prop position pick, plus 14. Bucks
Yeah.
are still pretty high up.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cowboys are never going to win anything.
Panthers win the Super Bowl then versus the Chiefs, sure.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, we got some more questions. Would you rather be the all-time home run king or the all-time hits leader? Well, considering the fact neither in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Holy shit. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, baseball sucks. Baseball really sucks.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
I don't like Pete Rose.
Oh, I love Pete Rose.
Pete Rose is a creep.
I love him.
I'm never gonna go to bat for Pete Rose. And Barry
I
Bonds
will.
also has some domestic violence shit too. That people don't like to talk about.
Well, yeah, he did steroids, so
Steroids.
usually that comes with a little anger.
Yeah. But Pete Rose is a certified creep.
I love him. He was the first jersey I ever bought. Pete Rose.
I mean, great baseball player.
Yeah.
Hustle.
Yeah. Great nickname.
Yeah. But I'll never go to bat for him and make the argument that he should be in the Hall of Fame.
I will.
So, what was I say? If I were to be I'd rather be the home run king. Hits are for children. Home
Yeah.
runs are bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's. Come on. And you don't have to run after you hit a home run either, so that's a huge positive.
Let's see what else. Thoughts on the Celtics losing to the Pistons last night? That was kind of funny. Usually, what happens after like a big win is like you regress the next night.
Yeah.
Kind of back to back like that.
Yeah.
Pistons looked hungry. They wanted to prove something. Sadiq Bey always dominates the Celtics. I got to actually watch the game because I was at a bar last night doing trivia. And the game was on, so I got to watch it. Celtics couldn't pull away at any point, and then the fourth quarter they kind of collapsed at the end. You know, Celtics fans shouldn't really be too concerned though. It's one loss after a really good stretch. It'll happen. Anything else?
Can't be perfect.
Today's Thursday. It would be nuts question of the day today.
Yep.
Got any questions?
I got no questions currently. I don't really think I was thinking about much on my way in.
No.
No.
I kind of asked all my questions. My two thoughts. I had two hot takes.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
And it was that fewer quarterbacks should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And that Justin Herbert's better than Joe Burrow.
Which, that's just not true.
Snakes on a plane. Ooh, that sounds interesting. What is this? Video of an actual snake on a plane forcing emergency landing generated a ton of jokes. An Air Asia flight had to be diverted after passengers spotted a real actual snake on the plane.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. I hate snakes.
You ever see the snakes on a plane?
Yeah. Motherfucking snakes. Motherfucking plane. Speaking of snakes on a plane, or being trapped, more so just like animals trapped. I got stuck in my house for a couple minutes today because a skunk was roaming around the outside of my, yeah. No, that would really put a damn. I'd be so pissed.
Yeah,
If I got sprayed, I would actually hand-to-hand combat that skunk and just strangle it with my bare hands. Fuck that thing. Ew, no, dude. No. Nope. I won't even go near like a little garter snake. Ew, no.
Imagine seeing that crawling.
I hate flying too, so if I saw a snake on a plane, I actually think I would have a heart attack and just pass away. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, so who's the jackass bringing a snake on a plane?
I mean, it might have crawled up there.
Ugh. I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Snacks. Let's see. Any other comments, questions? Big Mike, you gonna watch Bruins tonight?
Yeah, who are they playing? Ugh.
Bruins. The Islanders.
Probably not gonna watch. I'll bet on it though.
Yeah. That's pretty much watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 more days of the Olympics.
Yeah, it's sad. Almost over.
Or one more.
Well,
Closing ceremony is Friday.
Friday.
So today's the last day? Or do they do...
They have events tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, it's coming to a close. I'm going to miss it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That's it for the show. Big Mike, you want to have the outro?
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. For watched via Patreon. Thank you very much for supporting us and watching, as always. Head over to YouTube, check out all the good stuff we have out per usual, and we will see you